This gentleman is part of Doctor Who lore. He has been an incredible actor with a very complete and rich career. And he has a new book, the Many Shades of Frazer.
50 Shades.
50 Shades. Is it 50 Shades?
Yes.
Okay, just said it a second ago. 50 Shades of Frazer Hines. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Frazer Hines.
Oh, the music as well, look. Oh, there's a doctor lady. Female Patrick. Bonjour Montreal, je m'appelle Frazer Hines. Je prends le part du caractère de Jamie McCrimmon dans le BBC programme Dr. Key. Voulez-vous sortir avec moi ce soir? It's learning all my French I used to learn at school anyway. There's a Jamie there as well. Wonderful. And a female Patrick. Yeah. And another Patrick. Hello Jamie. Yes, very good to see you. Hello. I do a lot of stuff called Big Finish, which is audio CD stuff. And the first one I did was Helican Prime. And I read the Doctor just as a doctor and Jamie, and the director broke, and I was just messing around with Patrick's voice. And he said, "Oh, Frazer, you sound like Patrick then." I said, "Well, I do Patrick's voice when I explain a sort of a gag that we did in Doctor Who. When we first met the Emperor Dark, it was a huge, as big as this room. And my line was, look at the balls on that thing, Doctor." In the script. And I couldn't say it. Patrick and I kept laughing. And the director, Derek Martin, was tearing his hair out. For goodness sake, change it to, look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of that thing, Doctor. Yeah, yes, Jamie, it is a big one, isn't it? Yes. And we tried to get that into as many stories as possible. Forward on to 16 years later, in the Two Doctors, I have to say at the very, very beginning, look at the size of that space station, Doctor. And I changed it to look at the size of that thing. And John Nathan Turner, producer, no, stop. The script says, look at the size of the space station. And Patrick went, no. At the beginning of every show, Jamie always says, look at the size of that thing, Doctor. And I go, yes, Jamie, it is a big one, isn't it? So I was, and then the director at Big Finish says, well, keep Patrick's voice like that, keep doing Patrick's voice. So about 5 CDs later, I said, Patrick's got a lot of dialogue in this. He's got a lot of, if Patrick was alive, you'd have to pay him, wouldn't you? So yes, you have to pay. I said, well, do I get the same fee, do I get Patrick's fee and my fee? He said, no, unfortunately you only get paid. So I always say, I get paid to do Jamie, and I do Patrick's voice for the love of the man, because we got on so well together. The three of the happiest years of my career was working with Patrick Troughton. He was a lovely, lovely man. People always say, what was Patrick like to work with? He was a lovely, lovely man. There was no side to him. I hear that some later doctors, if a companion says, I've got a good idea, they'll go, no, I'm the doctor. You're just a companion, you shut up and just say you are. But Patrick and I, we had great fun, and in the Tomb of the Cybermen, that's when we wanted to do that gag about holding each other's hands. But of course, Maurice Barry, the director, had no sense of humour at all. So Patrick and I, we worked it out, we'd do it on the take only. So of course, that's why I said, come on, Victoria, and we go, it was sort of our Laurel and Hardy bit. And of course, Maurice was furious, but the producer was up in the gallery. Because the scene was quite a long scene, he said, no, we can't do the scene again, we'll have to keep that in. So and that's why we held our hands quite high, because we didn't know how far the camera was cutting. Is Icophone's Erkinor, is it? Can you area you put the flag down, and in engineering can ask the wine over there. What's there? Oh, girls, have you seen this set? Oh, there's a guy over there. Oh, there's 2 guys over there. Oh, yeah, there's a few. There you go, there's a few anyway. Anyway, somebody else having questions anyway. Yes, the lady there.
Will you do the voice of Patrick in the upcoming the upcoming adventures on Big Finish as well?
Yes, we've done that. It's called The Light at the End of the Tunnel. And there's lots of doctors and companions. That's what we all hoped the BBC was going to do, have a lot of doctors, a lot of companions running down corridors and say, I've come to rescue you, we didn't rescue you, I'm rescuing you, like my doctor before you. And, hey, doctor, who's that? This is Jamie. She's very nice. And so, no, I do Patrick as well, yeah. And now also Jamie as well. Because it's funny, doing the big finish, the minute I get into that booth, and there's a sort of a lectern and you put the script on, the minute they say, right, start, you know, my voice sort of goes up 2 octaves and, doctor, look, it's a monster, they've got run down here. My voice suddenly goes up 2 octaves. When we did the Salvation Gambit for Big Finish, I was listening to it in my car. And I'm driving, thinking, oh, that's me, the bank manager. Oh, that's me doing the old Duchess. So I rang David Richardson, the producer, I said, David, I'm doing 9 characters out of 10. If you give me a pair of tight jeans, I could have done Polly as well. Kelsey, you've got a question.
Yes,
My phone number is 789.
Can you demonstrate the Highland fling for us?
No, not you with the camera then. Certainly. See my buckle?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
The Dalek buckle there. Somebody else had a question? Yes? What?
No Highland fling.
No, I'll bring out the horn then. That's how this is Jamie, this is lovely. You've got the fur coat and everything.
Yep.
Very good. Where'd you come from?
Oh, here, Montreal.
Oh, yeah, oh, so you don't come far then, right?
No.
And are you two friends, obviously?
Yes, we're friends. We actually planned, when we heard that you were coming, we actually planned to do a partner costume.
Well, we have to get a picture later because it's fantastic, great costume.
Thank you,
And look
thank
at these
you.
costumes down here as well. Gallifreyan, Time Lords, Gallifreyans. We were very sad. People often said, you know, why did you leave Doctor Who? I didn't want to leave at all. We were having so much fun. We seemed to sort of do a few episodes, break for summer holiday, a few episodes, break for Christmas. It was just, and Patrick and I were having so much fun doing it. And my agent said, oh, darling, you've done 3 years of television. You know, it must do film, must do film. And Patrick's wife was saying, because we were a children's show, we went out at 5:15. It was a children, I'm not sitting down, by the way, that's why I stood up. I should turn the chair around, I guess. And his wife was saying, you should do grown-up television, you're doing children's television, you should grow. And I always say that if we hadn't had those 2 women nagging us, we'd still be there. You never heard of David Tennant, we'd still be there. You had to shoot us to get us out that time. You had to shoot us. But there was a lovely story. We used to rehearse at this old church hall, and Patrick had this lovely Rover 2000 car. And I said, oh, Patrick, I've seen in a motor magazine, screen washes the mannequin pièce, which is the little boy in Belgium. There's a famous little boy who's actually, hello, yeah, he's actually, it's a statue and he's actually having a pee, little tiny boy. And you can get these screen washers on your car, and when you press the button, he'll do, and there's 2 little boys. He said, yeah, didn't believe me. On my way home, I stopped at traffic lights into a car showroom, and there was a white Rover 2000 with 2 silver mannequin pièces on the front of the bonnet. And I went in, and in those days, I just said, how much for my car? He went, oh, your car, it'll be 300 quid. How much is your car? 450 quid. Here's a check, 150 quid difference. And I drove away. You could do it so easily in those days. So the next morning I went to rehearsals. I said, Patrick, you know there's mannequin? Oh, you're not still talking about mannequin pièce thing. I don't believe you at all. I said, honestly, I'll bet you. Thank you very much. Now, what are you going to sing first?
There we go. Captain Micah.
Ali goes on. Vite. What comes back to you? Schoolboy French, what comes back to you? Yes, sir, you come in? No? Oh, he's gone out. No. No, he's
Go back to your Enterprise Star Trek guy.
So I said to Patrick, I bet you 10 quid that you could get them out. And that was worth about £100 in those days, £10. So he said, okay, yeah, I bet you. So I said, come on, look at the car park. Oh, gosh, you're right. And I got in the car, started the engine, pressed on it. Oh, that's amazing. wait a minute. How come you got in that car? I said, it's mine. He said, you bought a car? I said, yeah. Just get 10 quid off you, Patrick. It was very, very fun. Lovely. As I said, lovely. Our girls, we were so lucky. We had wonderful girls. Wendy Padbury and Debbie Watling, two great girls. We teased them. Little Debbie Watling in The Fury from the Deep. They had this foam on the beach. And we shot a scene where we came up ashore in a rubber dinghy. And it was February, and it was cold, and I was in the front, and I was kneeling in the front, and I've never seen knees turn blue. My knees were blue with the cold. They were really freezing cold, blue. And I was going out with an actress called Susan George at the time, and she grabbed this towel and threw herself on the knees and rubbed all the colour back into my knees, and everybody was like, oh, God, dear, can I borrow your kilt tomorrow? No. But we had this one take where we were walking, there was this foam. And by then, Patrick and I were telepathic. And as we were walking to the right, one take, we can only do a take, you have to walk through the foam, no matter what happens, we can't afford to get all this foam going again, it costs thousands of pounds. So we started to walk through the foam, and Patrick and I looked at each other, and we just grabbed Debs and threw her in the foam, and she was laughing and giggling and laughing again, and throwing her around all over the place. And it's a cut, and she kept acting, it was brilliant. And the director, David Malone, said, I like that. We just telepathic. But poor old Deborah's underwear went around the show quite a lot. We had a scene where we were looking for her, and I had to find a handkerchief. Doctor, this is Miss Waterfield. I recognise it anyway. Yeah, yes, Jamie. It is Miss Waterfield. Now wait, she mustn't come this way. And I got a pair of ladies' knickers from the wardrobe department. I had to rehearse them in the studio. And I went, oh, hey, Doctor, these are Miss Waterfield. They're not mine. They're not mine. And these knickers went all the way around. There was Marius Goring playing the evil Professor Maxwell. He had a handkerchief in his top pocket and he mopped his brow. And he pulled the knickers. Yes, sir. And these are Miss Waterfield. I recognise them. And to the top of the tree was their darling. On the end of each punch. These are Miss Waterfield. I recognise them. It was fun. It was really, I don't know if you get away with it nowadays, but it was great fun. The directors and the producers let us sort of get away with murder. We had great fun doing stuff like that. It was just a great show to be in. We were, as I said, the war games, we were very sad to leave. Even little Wendy Padbury, she had a mini kilt on at rehearsals. And she was sitting down, looking at the script. Patrick and I sat either side of him. He looked at me, I looked at him. He undid that buckle, I undid that buckle, which rehearsing this church hall. Well, Pat has quit our scene, so she dashed up and left her kilt behind. We got it, threw it to Patrick, Patrick threw it to me. She was chasing after him. She ran into the hall, and all she had a little blouse, little white pants, and little white courage boots. She dashed in, and there was the vicar coming in. She said, what vicar? She dashed off. But never once did Patrick and I get smacked in the face or how dare. They were just great times and lovely people. Great people to work with, really was. Any? Yeah. I'm not doing that. I'm afraid.
You said you found out the script for the prison space for the big finish.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Did you also find the Queen of Time and the Lord of the Red Planet? Did you have those scripts?
No, I didn't have those at all. No. The Lord of, I can't wait for that to come out because Lisa Bowerman, who directs a lot of them, I tried to get a lot of Jamie lines in, and she said, no, you can't say that. No, you can't. I said, Jamie, one Patrick. And I say, run! No, it's not in the script. And the Lord of the Red Planet, John Dorney, adapted Bright Hale's story. We got to the scene, and I said, Lisa, it's in the script. It says, they are looking at a rocket ship. The doctor says, yes, Jamie, it is a big one. I said, Lisa, you dare cut that out. You can't. It's in the script. Because a lot of the fans expect something like that. Yeah. I've often been asked, why should you keep the kilt? Well, I always think because Jamie was a Highlander. He would always wear a kilt. And he's very proud of it. And once, if I put a pair of trousers on, and then I'll think, well, next door I should wear my own jeans. Then I'll wear my own cowboy boots. And there's just something Frazer Hines with a Scottish accent. So I wanted to look strange as we got out the TARDIS, Patrick and myself. One day I was very, very worried though, because we had a scene with a helicopter in the invasion.
Oh, that one.
And of course, the BBC being the BBC, couldn't afford rehearsals with a helicopter. So they said, right, helicopter comes over, rope ladder, Jamie climbs up, then Sally Faulkner, and the doctor, and I thought, helicopter down the drop, kill. Oh. I said, I think he'd let the girl go first. Oh yes, good idea, yes, he's a gentleman. So the helicopter, Sally Faulkner got in her little mini skirt over her head and climbed and cut. Oh, lunch, a break. Your turn next, Frazer. And everyone was going, oh, now we're going to find out what Jamie was up to. And I was worried because Jamie, being a true Highlander, had nothing.
Yes.
So I went down to the riverbank, and my dresser was actually fishing by the riverbank with, lead weights. I said, hey, look, you've got lead weights. I had read in the paper that day, in Woman's Magazine that day, that the Queen of England has lead weights sewn into her dresses, so if she gets out on a windy day, you don't see the royal flag. So I said, put some lead weights in my kilt. So he put all these lead weights in my kilt, and I put it right after lunch break over, Frazer, so I kind of climbed onto this runway. Helicopter came, the rope ladder came down. I started to climb the ladder. My kilt hung down like a safety curtain in a theatre. And the cameraman was looking up there, and he couldn't believe his camera, shaking the camera, and everybody just as I walked up. You're late, I put a note. Where have you been? Now, what have you missed so far? Patrick and I were look at the size of that thing. Yes, Jimmy, it's a big person. Big fish as well, and a lot of books in there, and then the kilt hanging down there with the safety curtain. See me afterwards, I'll tell you. See me afterwards. This is a very fun. Any questions you have? Yes.
Same episode, the invasion.
Sorry? Pardon?
Same episode, the invasion.
Yeah.
You did scene at a distillery.
Oh yes. Now in the invasion, good question. In 2 or 3 of the companions' books, there's a picture of Patrick and I look like this round the corner, concentrating like that. We're really looking like that. The reason being, we shot the invasion, most of it, at the Guinness factory.
Oh.
And you never drink when you work. Obviously, never drink when you work. You've got lines of dialogue. But in the afternoon, Patrick and I thought, we've got no lines. Just have to keep running out. Run up here, run around the corner, explosions, no dialogue. So the director said, oh no, would you like to come join us in the boardroom for lunch? So we had a couple of pints of Guinness, went to the boardroom, sat in fine wines, lovely food, red wine, brandy, cigars, marvellous, no dialogue. Did a couple of scenes running around. And then Dougie Canfield said, right, Frazer, I want one of those shots where your head comes out and Patrick like, the old comedy. So I came out, Patrick fell over. I came out, Patrick fell over. Patrick, you go first. So Patrick went, I missed Patrick, and I fell over. After about 6 takes, Dougie Canfield said, I know what you're doing, boys. I know where you're at lunch. Just do it together this time. And that is why in these companion books, Patrick and I, we're concentrating. Don't fall over. Because we had rather a lot. I've worked with the Rani, actually.
Oh.
Kate O'Mara. We did a play called The Hollow, and I was playing police inspector. And she had, funny enough, she had to go on stage, nothing to do with Doctor Who, but she had to go on stage with some jelly babies and offer them round. Backstage, she went, Sergeant, there's jelly baby. Nothing to do, it's in the play, Agatha Christie. Must have been a fan of Doctor Who. So one night, she's like, I said, give us a jelly. No, Frazer. So give us a jelly. No, Frazer. These are my props. You can't have jelly. I said, just one. No. She was not staying. Right. The next night, I got a tea towel, dark glasses. I borrowed a gun from the prop table, got one jelly baby, and she's about to go on stage, and I step out of the shadows, dark glasses, tea towel, give me the jelly babies. Oh, he gets it. I've got to go on stage. She went on stage, laughing. And then the very last night of the play, she went to the prop table to get her jelly babies. And there was a bag, empty, with a little note, stolen by that jelly baby thief. Frazer, you little bugger! great fun. It was lovely fun. And that's what people don't see, when you do a stage play, the little things that go on backstage. Any question? Another question? Yes?
If you were asked back to the television program, would you go?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Oh, like a shot. Because Janie was a great character. But in fact, I'd go back and play another character. We were thinking it would be nice if Moffat had done a kind of a unit story, and I could have been Major McCrimmon. It could be Captain Baker, Corporal McCoy. Just got to be Corporal. He can't be Moffat that high. Just for the fun of it, people, fans go, oh look at this, oh God, Frazer, that's kind of it, and the barmaid. Was that Sarah Sutton, the barmaid? I don't know, boys, just little cameos like that would have been really, really good. But so far, no phone call. No phone call. Yes.
What did you think of in the new series when David Tennant's doctor used James McCrimmon as a
I thought, oh good, it's a
name.
chance. I might be asked back because his name is James Robert McCrimmon. I thought, oh yeah. I could be asked back, but no, wasn't asked back. Oh, not at all. Yes.
Colin Baker mentioned this behind the scenes in The Two Doctors, where you guys are in the pool and you're playing this certain game. Can you elaborate on it?
I've got some pictures which are not in this book because I don't think Colin would have liked it. But this is called 50 Shades. The reason being, my hindsight book came out with some nice pictures in the back. People said, oh, you've got lots of pictures. I said, well, I've got them from a little boy. They said, you ought to do a pictorial book of you. So it starts off as a little boy, and playing football, cricket, people I've worked with, ex unknown Dean Jagger, right up to the present day, and with Daleks and riding in Colorado Springs. So that was the idea. But Colin had a white body. He was like a statue. He was porcelain white. We had that game where you jump on somebody's shoulders, and I was on Patrick's shoulders. Nearly drowned him. And he had Nicola Bryant on his shoulders.
Oh my gosh.
Lucky swine. But the funny thing about it, we had 2 days where, because the wigs hadn't turned up, Dastari's wig and Cassini's wig hadn't turned up, so we sat by the pool for 2 days. And then they arrived and they decided to do different things with their hair. And then we filmed, and we all got on well, so much so that Peter Moffat came to us one morning and said, well, we've finished filming. We've done all the schedule. We've caught up. In fact, we're 2 days ahead. The hotel's booked.
Wow.
We can't check out the hotel, the plane, the private charter plane. They can't come over here. We have to do another 2 days. So he said, any ideas? So we all gave people ideas of, look, this scene actually could be, oh yeah, and that scene could be, oh, marvelous, and with this scene. So we took a lot of scenes that were studio bound and we put them outside into Seville, which worked well, because if you're in a location, you might as well use that location as much as possible. So we all sort of got together and that was it. We had 2 policemen though, called Jose, and we called Jose and Jose. That was what we called them. And they were looking after you, making sure the traffic stopped. And they were very dour and, yes, you're pleased, and do you want to join us for lunch? No, we have sandwich and we're not joining for lunch. And, and as the film had gone on, they became used to us and they joined us and we had a glass of wine, And so much, the last day, again, I got photographs back home, and there's Nicola Bryant is handcuffed to Jose. I've got Jose B's hat on, we're banging him over the head with his truncheon, and we were just getting sober. And when we left, he said, when you first arrived, we think all English people are hooligan, like football, hooligan. But we realise now, not all English people are hooligans like this. So we like English people, much pleasure giving you for taking us here. So we sort of shone a real flag for England. Those 3 or 4 days ago, they filmed. But no, it was a good location. We had great fun doing it. And of course, I loved being back as Jamie. And I was able to put in some what I call Jamieisms. When I said, he said it was an androgyne. And I said, well, Jamie wouldn't know the word androgyne. Can I say he was an angry man? And then, yes, angry man, androgyne. Aye, that's it, androgyne. So we put little Jamieisms. And when Colin Baker's doctor sees that in that tube, there's Patrick, the star, and they're going, and he said, oh, I see. I am he, therefore he is me. And on rehearsal, I said, well, who will I be? And the director said, where are you going? Bored already? Look. So Peter Moffat was a lovely, lovely director. Said, yeah, oh, keep that in, yeah. So I was able to do those little things like that. We were doing one take where Patrick is an android with shock eye, and they come walking down, and then us three chase after them. And it was a very, very hot day. It was so hot, we saw a dog chasing a cat, and they were both walking. So we run down and said, cut, we've got to go again. Patrick forgot what he's like. So we did again. They come talk, and then we come around the corner and run right down. Cut, lines were right wrong. We did 4 takes. The 5th take, cut, got to go again. And Connie went, oh, take 5. Why are we going again? Said, because, Colin, you're wearing your sunglasses. Oh. He forgot to take his sunglasses off. A question? Yes, Jamie. What's your real name?
Nadia.
Nadia.
Yes.
Italian?
Yes.
Ah.
Wow, you're the first person to have guessed offhand.
Ah, yeah. Grazie. Mia madre è grossa.
I was just wondering, well, speaking of the 2 doctors, was the kiss at the end on the cheek to Nicole O'Brien, was that scripted or?
No. How that came about is when we were outside and the Spanish girl, Consuelo Maria, whatever her name, we were about to go into the villa, and she said, oh, good luck to the doctor, and kisses him. And I said, Peter Moffat, would it be a good idea if Jamie, oh, I'm going to get kisses as well. And he goes, yeah, thank you. She goes, good luck. And she goes, oh. And Peter, God bless me, a lovely director, to keep that alive. I like that. So then when we got to the studio, which was 3-4 weeks later, I said, Peter, you know, in the film, you know, when I went to Maria or whatever, and didn't get a kiss, how about if I just go, bye, Perry? He said, yes, great, keep it, you know. And that's why Jane gets his kiss in the gut, see? he had an eye for the ladies, Jane, was definitely like the old ladies. That's not. Let's just get a glass of water. Anybody think of another question? Water. I did say vodka. That's Craig and Tour. You know, James, it's Craig and Tour. That's vodka and tonic, you see. Craig's vodka and Tour is tonic, yeah. So anybody, yes, yes, gentlemen now.
Yeah, bringing you further back in the setting, I think, about the Bonneville Snowman.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you remember that one. Usually people don't talk about that one too much. And I listened to the audio, because obviously it's going to say except one of the great. But the final battle scene is kind of difficult to make out. So do you have any recollections about what actually happened?
I think that was on Telecine, because all the stuff, the great intelligence melting and stuff being spewed out, it was all on film. So that to me, it's funny, if something's in studio and you're part of it, you remember it. If something was shot in a studio in Ealing, you know, and you weren't there, it's all model stuff. It's very difficult. But that was, I remember the great intelligence was getting melted and carried away and stuff like that. But you just remind me of, in The Mind Robber, when we first meet the kind of the master, Emrich Jones, and he's sitting behind his desk. And we got to the studio, and he's sitting behind the desk, and doors here, and we come in, and the floor manager yeah, Frazer, can you just get near the desk? Patrick, you stay there by the door. Bit near, Frazer. Patrick, you stay there by the door. Bit near, Frazer. Can you get near the desk? Near, I said, I can't get any near because my wedding tackle is now resting on the desk. And Patrick's voice back there, yes, so's mine. Filthy lot with that. Many a time Patrick came out of the TARDIS with no trousers on. Oh my God. It really backed in. But instead of, look here, I'm the doctor. Now, cut. Come on, stop messing me around. We're here in the studio. we shot it almost like a stage play. We had to shoot them page 1 right through to page 45. Nowadays, they shoot all these scenes in this room first, and all the TARDIS scenes. But we would actually do inside the TARDIS, then we'd dash outside, and we'd go back inside the TARDIS again. And in and out, in and out. If you could do 3 or 4 scenes in one, that'd be marvelous. I'll tell you how a little trick how the Ice Warriors killed somebody. It was a very shiny, high piece of rubber, but it looked like a mirror with a handle on the back. So that was the mirror there. The camera would be pointing at this mirror. The actor would come up, who's about to be killed, and the prop man would pull, and it looked like this actor's body going like that, in and out, and boom, boom, and he collapses dead. This Ice Warrior was chasing one of the, we call them the Ice Warriors armor. Ice Warriors, ah! That's what they had to say. And he came up to Ice Warriors. And he hit his mark, and the prop man went, and the handle came off his and so therefore the mirrors, and the Ice Warrior went, and of course there's no shaking. Shit, Mr. Bugger. And walked away. Another question? Yes, Patrick. What's your real name? Patricia?
Caitlin. Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Yeah. What was your reaction when Big Finish decided to do the Lost Stories for your doctor?
Oh, great. In fact, I found one of the Lost Stories, which was the Prison in Space.
Oh.
I was moving house and I found the script. And I remember years and years and years previous, I'd been sent the script. And it was Patrick, Zoe, and myself went to this station, and it was a prison run by women in short, shiny black shorts and almost like Nazi uniforms, prancing about, and all the men were subservient, and and the women were the bosses. And it was a great comedy thing, and there was one scene where we had to escape, and Patrick says, Jamie, well, you dress up as one of the guards. Why me? Well, you're used to wearing a skirt. I don't want to skirts are killed. Yeah, you're used to short legs, hairy legged Highlander. I don't. Very funny show. But Peter Bryant, the producer, said, no, you guys are having far too much fun. We're going to do another story. It was the Crotons.
Oh.
Crouton, the
Yeah, well, at least it's
So, and years later, we had a show in England called The Two Ronnies, and they got this script, and they called it The World That Turned. But anyway, I rang Jason Hager and I said, I've got the script, Prison in Space. He said, well, yeah, send it to me. And the next thing is David Richardson, the producer, rang and said, when are you free? Because we're going to do the Prison in Space. And it was great, because it was a good story. And it was well adapted as well. And you could see when Patrick's hanging from a gargoyle, and it said the gargoyle is almost like the Doctor's face. You could see this happening, which was a great picture because we'd love to have done that particular show, the Prison in Space.
Which of all the monsters that you've faced as Jamie is your favorite?
Well, the most scary to me was our Cybermen, because they were kind of completely emotionless. The Ice Warrior, you could see the chin moving, but the Cybermen, that blank face, the holes, and they're always taller than us as well. They were always kind of, to me, scary. They're the worst. But the new Cybermen, on Twitter, one of the writers said, how can I make the Cybermen more scary? And I just went, give them rubber boots like ours. Because ours had Wellington boots sprayed silver, so they can just go, and get you straight away. Whereas this lot, you can hear them leg it that way, because it's coming. Whereas ours could just go, so I think the new Cybermen, they're not going to have rubber boots. Maybe more scary. The Ice Warriors, we had Bernard Breslau playing the first Ice Warrior, and God bless him, you couldn't see, he was a movie star, and they dressed him in all this stuff, and you couldn't tell it was him. It could have been an actor, and he could have sat in an armchair just done the voices, but he wanted to be dressed as the Ice Warrior. And of course, once he was bolted into that suit, he couldn't sit down. So he had his dresser with a little shooting stick, so he could rub it up his bottom, and he could sit down like that, lean. And if you're doing a scene that doesn't involve him, you're trying to act your socks off, at the corner of your eye, there's this Ice Warrior sitting down reading the racing paper like that. Any questions over here? Any questions? Yes, Nadia?
I was just wondering, what's it like acting opposite yourself, like when you're doing Big Finish stuff?
Yes, somebody's actually asked me, when you do Patrick and Jamie, do you do all Jamie's lines first? And then all Patrick's? And then what I do is I mark my script. For Patrick, when he's talking, I do blue for Talis, and for red ink for Jamie, red kilt. And so I just do it all the way down, and if I'm arguing with him, I do it voice to voice to voice to voice to voice. In fact, one of the Doctor Who magazines said, oh, it's lovely to hear Hines and Troughton acting together again after all these years. Then I realised that Troughton's been dead for 20 years, so Hines was obviously arguing against himself. And that, you know, but it's hard work, but hard work is going down a mine or making little washers, you know, 1,000 washers in the noisy. That's hard work, but it's fun to do. It's fun, you know, and it keeps you on your toes. And I enjoy doing that trilogy with Colin Baker. You know, we were doing one scene when we were running. Come on, Jamie, come on. Yes, okay. And we looked at each other. He's in a little booth, and we both stopped. What a way to earn a living. Two grown men go, yes, come on. Yeah, come on, go catch it. I did one recently with Michael Troughton, the Lords of Red Planet. And I was nervous because I've been doing Patrick. But there's one of Patrick's sons. Oh, crikey. And it's like me doing an impersonation of you in front of you. You might go, I don't sound like that. And I thought, oh, I've got this scene with him. And we did the scene, and Lisa said, yeah, how's that? And Michael said, can I just say something? Now, we as actors, we're the world's worst for taking mick out of people. You know. When Patrick was doing Salamander, you know, he came up to Debs and I and said, Patterson, and said, so, what do you think of this accent for Salamander? I mean, you're really going to play it like that? And he wasn't Welsh, was he? Oh, he was the world's worst. But Michael Troughton, I have to say, there was a couple of lines you said there, Frazer, the hairs at the back of my neck started to tingle, creep up, because I really felt, gosh, it's so like my father. So that was, I felt really pleased by that, because, as I say, you know, we had a great, when I say love affair, not in the biblical sense, we just loved each other to death, and we laughed and giggled and joked, and then when the red light came on, that was serious. Yes?
What was your first thought when you first heard of when the new Doctor Who series came on? When you heard it was going to be rebooted, or I guess that's it. Yeah, when you first heard it was coming back.
Oh, when it came out with
Eccleston. Yeah, back out in 2005 with Eccleston. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it's the fans that have kept this thing going, because while the TV show would come on for 16 years, and then somebody said we're going to bring it back. And it was the fans that always kept it going. Big Finish kept it going, and there's no other show I can think of that would have been off the air for 16 years and then brought back. And I was very pleased about this, because you know for me in particular, it's been a happy show, and I love working with it, and it's a big family. If you go to a convention, there's never any sort of, oh, my companions were better than yours, or that doctor was he was the worst doctor. It's a big family. When you go to a convention, I'll go up to Sarah's son, Frazer, how are you? And Louise James, oh, Frank. We'll all hug and kiss each other, and Sylvester. It's not kind of, oh, that's that lot, no. It only happened once when I was asked to do the 5 Doctors, and I was supposed to be Patrick all the way through. And then Emmerdale Farm, the soap I was doing, said, no, we won't release you. So John Nathan Turner said, Frazer, if you've got 2 days off, I want you in the show. So I rang him and I said, I've got next Wednesday, Thursday off. He said, right. And he faxed me through this little script, you know, Doctor, no, the Brigadier's right. Here, how do you remember? 3 lines, that was it. I said, I still want to go down to it. So we went to this big rehearsal room, and all the doctors were there. I came in, and Padders and Patrick went, yeah! We just jumped on each other. We rolled over and over and over and over, you know, laughing and giggling and talking, and there's John Pertwee and Peter David. Oh, our companions never did that. Sarah Jane, you grab me on the floor, tickle. You know. It was just, you have to be there. And after I'd done the 5 Doctors, J&T said, oh, Frazer, you know, it's just like it's you and Patrick in a prop cover for 16 years and brought you out. would you like to do some more? So you bet. So that's we became the two doctors. So if I hadn't done those 3 lines, if I said, I can't be bothered to go down to London. No, doctor, I'll bring it here right now. I've never done the 2 doctors. I'm kicking myself because I'd agreed. I just got divorced, my mother had died, and I rang the producer at Emmerdale's, you know, can I come back to my other family? Yes, of course. When you came back? London. 3 months' time. I think if I'd said to John Nathan Turner, look, you've got Perry, you've got the doctor, you haven't got a male companion. Why don't I just stay like I did 16 years ago? And I'm sure J&T would have said, good idea. Yeah. But with the 2 doctors, again, there's a bloopers clip somewhere at BBC. When Perry was lying on his table and we dash it, Colin Beck and myself, and he gets a little joke, splashes a bit of water on it. Oh, doctor, there you go. Yeah, come on, Perry. We go out, that was it. We'd arranged with Gary Downey, the floor manager, that if it's a yes, lovely, we're going again, that meant it's a great take, we don't have to go again. So we did a second take. And Colin gets his picture and water goes, doctor, there you and then when she saw us 2 laughing, yeah, bastard. So that scene is in it somewhere. The BBC's got that scene. Yeah. No, I'm not going to sleep with you. No. Thank you. I knew. The kilt's nice, but no. I didn't know. What was it? 5 minutes, you say? Just 5 minutes? Oui? C'est bien? C'est bien? Does everybody speak French? Does everybody speak it? No? You speak French?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
You had another Kelsey?
Yes.
Kelsey Kramer, isn't it like Kelsey Kramer? What was it like in Frazer?
I was just curious if the Big Finish ever did like another enemy of the world kind of thing, Ramon Salamander. Do you think you would be able to pull off the Ramon Salamander accent?
Well, I'd have to yes, I'd have to. I'd probably have to watch or listen to Enemy of the World, you know, because that was funny. He was doing this long speech to us, and he kept drying on a line, and and it's awful when an actor starts to forget a line. Nobody helps you. We started to giggle. We started to laugh, you know. And you're like, oh, you little shit, all these lines, just you two stand there grinning like apes. And I said, Patrick, you're paid to say all these lines. I'm paid to get the girls watching the show. Baby's paid to get on the dance, out of the garden. And Deborah, that's what you're paid for. You're paid to say all these lines. That's. But only one time I've seen Patrick jump up. When we did the 2 doctors, you remember my Patrick, he's in a wheelchair. And at rehearsals, Colin and I really got every day with this. We did this. We put it exactly like we put it. And about the 5th day, he jumped up and he looked at me and said, "You little shit! You're supposed to be in my gang. We should be ganging up against him." And that's how it was. You're supposed to be in my gang.
No.
You wanted to see the Highland thing, didn't you?
Yes.
No.
Well, we don't have any footage, so none of us really know.
Well, Macrocher's coming out.
Yeah,
that's why I did the Highland thing, yeah.
Yeah, and all the episodes are missing, so.
I hope they never find that because Michael Crazy, we had to wear these horrible orange, very, very tight Bermuda shorts and this horrible double-breasted blazer with cut-off sleeves. And we couldn't, these shorts you couldn't move in them, you couldn't bend in them, you know. They were tighter than skin tight.
Oh, wow.
Because I could sit down on my skin, I couldn't sit down in those shorts. Great. No good. I think we've got another, probably time for two more questions yet? Because he's running a tight ship. Any more
I've
questions?
got one updated question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did it for Big Finish, but you did the Laird Lost Memory. I've only heard a little tiny bit.
The letter, no, yes, somebody said there was a story that was written called The Laird of McCrimmon, because when I said earlier, my agent was wanting me to leave, I was going to leave Doctor Who, and there was this story written where I was going to be left behind and become a laird in Scotland. They were going to land in Scotland, and that was going to be the letter of criminal. And then Patrick said, well, look, don't leave now. I said, my contract runs out in 6 months. Stay with me, and I will do another 6 months, and then we'll all leave together. And when Pammy said, well, if you're leaving, I'm going to leave as well, because if John Pertwee takes over, I'll never get a transfer. Because John Pertwee's that way. The close up, you see it on my head. If I'm close up, you see his crotch, and they don't do that. So Paris left as well. And the strange thing is you can work as an actor and then never see anybody again. But when Pabby and I, we worked together in a Emmerdale farm, and also in a thing called Seasons in the Air. But I think I have to wind up now, is that right? So I'll be at my desk signing, soon. If you want to copy the book there, or Hindsight, the book is there as well. But thank you very much for coming on. See you next. I've got to have a picture. I've got to have a picture of Jamie and.
I'll take a picture. Yes, please.
Wow, you're going to spawn and everything.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god. She saw me and she was like, Jamie? And I was like, I've been recognized.
Yeah. Army shirt as well.
Yep.
So shall I be in the middle then?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Smile. I'll take another one here. The lighting's not very good.
I've got
here.
right. Oh. Yeah, come on, I've got a picture of you as well. Where's your camera?
Yeah, thank you. Je vais en prendre une, je vais te la donner après.
Sorry.
Put your phone in.
Tu veux que j'en prenne une?
Un petit tenant. David Tenant. Yeah.
Frazer!
J'ai pris les grandes pour rien.
We're actually putting a photo.
I'm excited for the professionnel.
Thank you.
All right, pleasure. Oh, the size of that thing, Doctor. Ah, look, got me costume as well. Very good, yeah. Did you make them yourself?
Yeah. 2 weeks of work on this.
I'm so jealous. Actually,
I was amazed how people, make costumes.
It was hard work. We felt we would make it, so we finished them yesterday at 11 o'clock. Can we take a picture?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, sure.
it's hard to take pictures with this.
Do you know Rembrandt could have painted one quicker?
It should be okay. It should be okay. I'll check. They're great. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're nice. Oh, it's okay. Happens.
And or even call me while you're still in Montreal, and I'd be glad to do an interview by mail or even by Skype or something. Unless you're leaving later, I guess. But I suppose you're leaving like Monday or something.
Yes, I'm going to see if I can change my flight to Sunday now, because I didn't realize we finish early on Sunday at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So I'm going to try. I'm flying until 6 o'clock Monday. I'm going to try and get back to.
Okay.
See if I change my flight.
Okay. Well, that's it. I mean, worst come to worst, contact me by email.
I read